much for checking it out. I'm your host, Kelsey. At the start of every video, I like to read a quote by Yogi T. No, it's not sponsored. I just know everybody could use a little inspiration in their lives. The quote reads, "When you become part of the universe becomes part of you." Aww. Let me know in the comment section down below how that quote resonates with you today. For those curious, I'm drinking mango ginger. Super good. I am very excited for today's video because who doesn't love cheese bread, right? And I have two different recipes coming for you. So over here I have the ingredients for the dough. So we'll go over that really quick. You'll need 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. It does fluctuate or depend on your environment. 1 1/3 cups of warm water. To this, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar and 1 packet of active dry yeast. It's already ready to go in the water. That's all you'll need to do to that. We'll set it aside. We'll check on it in about 5 to 10 minutes to make sure it's bubbling. That's how you know the yeast is active and ready to use. We'll also need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3/4 teaspoons of salt. That's all the ingredients you'll need for the dough. Over here I have the toppings. So we're going to do 1 cheesy garlic bread, more on the savory side. So you'll need 2 cups of cheese of your choice. I have like an Italian cheese blend here. It's mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, Asiago. In here I have half a stick of butter that's softened at room temperature, and I mixed it with 2 tablespoons of garlic. And then the herbs are as following, and 2 teaspoons each. Trying to make sure. Yeah, 2 teaspoons. We got oregano, basil, thyme, and dill. And then for the other cheesy bread, I'm going kind of sweet and savory. So you'll need 2 more cups of cheese for that one. I have a Colby Jack for this. I have the other half stick of butter softened at room temperature with a half a tablespoon of honey. I just mixed that together. 1 teaspoon each of granulated sugar and cinnamon. And then half a cup of light brown sugar, firmly packed. These are all the ingredients you'll need for my 2 cheese breads. I'm going to allow this to rest for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll come back and check on it, make sure we're good. But other than that, I'll see you at the mixer. Our dough lives. You can see the bubbles in there. Push, my bubbles. I wasn't even ready for this shot. We're not gonna get anywhere, people. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now we got some action. I plugged her in. To the stand mixer, we'll add the olive oil. It's fun sound. And the salt. And our yeast mixture. I like to ensure we get all the yeast in there. It's always so awkward from this angle. That's okay. All the sugar sunk to the bottom there. course, I got my Drew Barrymore spatula there. Spatula. She also just came out with a mixer, a stand mixer like this. If you've tried it, please let me know. I'm definitely curious. I'll also be adding 1 cup of flour at a time. It's showtime. Another one. It always smells so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Just getting all the flour that hasn't mixed yet off of the dough hook. Gonna help fold what's in there in before we add in our next cup. Oh no! We need all the bread we can get. Don't leave us. Now we're on the 3rd cup. I don't think it'll quite be there yet, but we'll see. The dough's starting to form a little bit, but it's still sticky. We don't want a sticky dough. We want it to be almost not rubbery, but when you touch it, it'll bounce back a little bit. Gonna try 1/2 cup this time, so we're just about there. Just pushing this flour more towards the middle. It'll mix easier that way. My little dishes here were rattling. That's funny. Still a little sticky, as you can see there. So I'll do another half a cup. So we're at 4 cups of flour. We're just about there. There's still some flour at the bottom here. I want to make sure to incorporate that before calling it. I'm just turning the flour over to the top here. Kind of pressing down with the dough on the flour. Let's give that a whirl. Still a little bit sticky, but it's missing some flour down here still. I'm gonna pull it out and see. I think maybe another 1/4 cup of flour. It's just about there. I'd say we're good. Here's our dough ball here. I'm going to get the remainder out of the bottom of here. I'm gonna clear off my table and then I'll see you at the kneading. Put your back into it. I don't know. Flour power. I got the little bits off of the bottom there. I've lightly floured my surface. Some of these little bits falling off here. Let's see if I can incorporate them. We'll just take the dough, roll it in, and push it out. The center is still a little bit tacky. That's good. Like I said, you want it to bounce back a little bit. This is my first video I've worn an apron in because I get so messy making bread. Which is funny because I've made bread for my channel before, but I don't think I wore an apron for that one. But this one seems to be messier. If your dough ever becomes tacky, you can always add a little more flour. But not too much. Just enough to keep it rolling. Making bread is so much fun. It's a long process, you know, you have to wait, you're smelling it while it rises and all that. It's just like, oh my goodness. But it's totally worth it. We named our last dough Beast Boy, because Joshua Weissman always names his dough. So let's see, we'll name this one, nothing's coming to me. What was your first thought of name for the dough? Let me know in the comments down below. I think we'll name it Peanut. Which is funny because it's bread, but we have our dog, Potato, and for some reason a lot of people always think her name's Peanut, and it's hilarious. You'll notice the dough start to come together a little more, and all the edges will start to seal up better. Not that one, that was not a good example. Right here. So for this piece that isn't folded in yet, I'll take it, push it out, and roll it into itself. Like I said, it's a process. Gotta knead for a bit, but it's great. It's fun. It's one of those things that's oddly satisfying. Making bread in general is just seeing it from a liquid and a dry form to now this dough. It's magic. Peanuts coming together. I'm just flattening it out a little bit because I'm gonna take my pastry cutter. We're gonna cut it in half. One for each of the types of breads here. Let me grab my herbs. Look how beautiful that formation is. Just to mix it. That was just my ice maker. I'm gonna take some of the herbs and sprinkle it in. We might not even need all these herbs, it's just, you know. I like an herby bread, so we'll see. You can always cut down the herbs as you need. Basically, I'm gonna take this, roll it in on itself. And then same thing, push it over and push it out. I definitely want more herbs. Herbs are good in general, but when you put it with garlic cheese bread, oh my goodness. Some of these herbs are kind of trapped in there, so I'm basically spreading the bread open like that, turning it inside out, and rolling it this way. That way the herbs get fully incorporated and evenly. That's what it's looking like so far, but Mama wants some more herbs. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite herb is. Mine is dill. Dill's just so good. I love pickles. I think dill's great with potatoes. I even put dill on popcorn. Might sound weird, but don't knock it till you try it. Oh, now we have two doughs, so I guess this one can be peanut, and the other one will be cashew. Peanut and cashew. No, we'll do peanut because that's savory, and pecan because that's more of a sweet. Okay, peanut and pecan. These herbs and the bread just smell so good together. think a little bit more herbs. Oh, potato grease. I think that's pretty good there. It's really herby all throughout. So for this, we're going to put it in a generously greased bowl. I just have butter, hopefully you can see that. You're welcome to use olive oil or whatever. So take your dough, roll it around in this butter mixture here. Butter mixture, it's just butter. Silly old me. Then you'll take a damp cloth. I wanted to show off this one. Look how cute that is. My boyfriend's stepmom tie-dyed a bunch of towels for us, and we got them for Christmas this last year. She was so stoked to give it to us, like silly excited. It was great, and honestly, like, who doesn't love a nice towel and a tie-dyed towel? Like, these are amazing. Shout out to you, Mama Carrie. Anyways, we'll wrap up our dough here, and we want this to rise for about 60 to 90 minutes or until it's double it in size. I like to put these in the oven just because it is a smaller space. It does get warmer in there. I'm going to clear off my workspace here because I don't want any of these herbs mixed in with pecan. I'm going to do the same process with the cinnamon and the sugar, and I'll show you what they look like when they both rise. I did want to hop back on and show you that I did use all the cinnamon and sugar, unlike the herbs. It looks like a delicious marbled bread. Oh my goodness, so good. And then you add this butter to it. Ooh, yes. Same thing, damp cloth. So as I previously mentioned, these will need to rise for probably 60 minutes. I wouldn't say 90 minutes just because they are a little bit on the smaller side, so they won't take nearly as long as, you know, the dough altogether. But like I said, I'm gonna show you what that looks like, and I'll see you when we get there. Look how amazing that looks. Okay, we're gonna punch Peanut down. Oh my gosh, it's so fluffy and pillowy. I love it. I need some more flour. Don't want it to stick to my table here. I'm gonna give it a quick roll in the flour. Spread that out a little more. And let's get to rolling. I'm going for more of a rectangular shape versus round. My rolling pin sounds like a hamster wheel. Do you hear that, Artemis? Squeak, squeak, squeak. Look at all those herbs in there, delicious. I said rectangular, but it's looking round. We'll get there. You can definitely do a round one if you like, but for garlic bread, or garlic breadsticks rather, I like little strips like that. But you do to what your heart content tells you. I think that thickness is pretty good there. I don't like it too thick. I'm gonna pick up the remaining flour here to help it from sticking to the baking sheet. I lined my baking sheet with foil, but I'm also going to use a non-stick spray. If you have a pizza stone, that'll work as well. I made homemade pizza last night, and so I didn't get around to washing that, but that's all right. We're gonna take our garlic butter here. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm just gonna spread it evenly over the top here. All these flavors coming together, I'm like, holy crap, my mouth is watering. Butter's almost a little too soft to spread. It's funny. Gotta get all that yummy goodness. Or as much as we can. So messy. Oh, and I'm not wearing my apron. My apron got so messy from the dough. Luckily this part isn't nearly as messy. Excuse me. Focusing on putting the butter more towards the center here. I don't want it to run off the edges if I can prevent it. It might still, but that's okay. It'll moisten the edges at least. This one little spot here, just tap it down. Yeah. You're not having fun in the kitchen unless you make a mess. I'm surprised none of this garlic's, never mind, spoke too soon. I was gonna say I'm surprised none went under my nail there, but it sure did. That's the best as I got. Let's see. Can she do it? Pretty much. Hopes that this towel's damp still. Get all the stickiness off of me. It's so sticky from the garlic juice. Alrighty, cheese time. With cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese. Just got back from a walk a little while ago with the dogs. You might hear Potato snoring. I'm just flattening out the cheese here a little bit so it spreads a little better and sticks to that butter. Better butter. I'm also going to take some of the remaining herbs, sprinkle it over the cheese. Then we'll top it with some more cheese. I like it cheesy. If you don't like it as cheesy, you can cut it back to your needs. Again, flattening out the cheese, making sure it cooks down evenly. Here's peanut transformed. Yum! Mmm. There we have our pecan dough. Give it a little punchy punch. This one smells amazing. Oh my gosh. So good. Same idea as before. Roll it around in the flour here. A little more flour on our surface. Try and fold in all the little creases there so we can get a base. Looks like a burrito or a big fat churro. Here's hamster veal again. Squeak, squeak. Squeakity squeak and squeak squeakers. I know that's not hamster veal, but squeak. Squeak squeakins. This one here is so good. We've all had cheesy garlic bread, but have we had cheesy bread with brown sugar? I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's good. Trying to get the same shape and size as the other one. Really wish I did wear my apron. Don't know if you can see the flour power. Say we're pretty good there. Maybe a little flatter in the center. We need all the surface area we can get. Woo! Caught it. We got our honey butter here. So delectable. Oh, patata. Potato. Hey. I know you're excited for the bread. Potato saying, oh my gosh, this bread is so good. This one spreads so much easier because you don't have the garlic chunks interfering. Plus the honey makes it a little more creamy. Spreading the butter even. Oh gosh, it smells so good. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's always a hurry up and wait game with bread. There we are. We'll do probably about a cup of cheese to start. Again, pressing the cheese into the butter so it sticks. take our brown sugar. Just breaking it apart so it's easier to sprinkle. Sprinkle it over top and flatten it out. We might end up only using a 1/4 cup of this. You don't want it too sweet. Unless you do, of course, then by all means. I'd say that's pretty good. So yeah, about a 1/4 cup is what I ended up using. And then we'll sprinkle it with the remaining cheese. Delicious. I'm going to bake these in my oven side by side. You don't want to stack them, you know, one on top of the other, because then the one on the bottom won't rise as well. So if your oven doesn't fit both baking sheets side by side, just do them one at a time, because you don't want to ruin these. I promise you they're good. But these will bake in a 400-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes, or until the cheese is ooey gooey and bubbly. Here's that one here. The brown sugar does run off a little bit. It does melt down in the oven, but I'm going to pick all that back up and spread it over the top here. Here's this one. Absolutely delicious. These were ready at 14 minutes. Oh my goodness. Heavy breathing. I'm going to allow these to cool for a few moments. But first, pick up my cheesy. The brown sugar like caramelizes, but it does seep down into the bread and makes it so ooey gooey and just so delicious. Alright, as I was saying, I'm going to allow these to cool for a few moments. I'm going to finish up my dishes and then I'll cut into them. Yes! And I'll come back with my final thoughts. I hope you're ready, because I know I am. Give myself a round of applause. My bread fell on the floor. At least part of it. I was going to show you the front first. Oh, look at all those herbs in there. Look at that cheese. And the sweet bread is really ooey gooey and sticky, almost like Cinnabon-like. There's the middle there. Cheese. And you can see all the brown sugar soaked to the bottom like I said it would. Ooh, she's sticky, but I'm ready. It's so good. It's like a cheesy cinnamon roll. That's some good. It's almost like Sour Patch. First they're sweet and then they're savory. Oh my gosh. That garlic in there, the garlic butter, is amazing. I have some ranchy ranch I'm gonna try it with. So good. And because I'm a little crazy, I'm gonna try this one in the ranch. Wish me luck. Do not recommend. The other one in the ranch though, amazing. Both of these are delicious and different in their own unique ways. One could be served with soup or salad. The other could be a dessert, or you know, like one could be an appetizer, one could be dessert. Cause like for me, I always kind of forget about dessert, and then I'm like, well, you know, we're full from dinner anyways. But this like knocks it out of the park and kills two birds with one stone. Grassy. You know what's good when it's greasy on your hands. Anyways, if you thought this meal was delicious, please give it a like. And if you've made yourself at home, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and be my guest. That is all for now. I love all of you, and I love bread. Bye.